Hi friends, welcome to my 10-day core challenge. I am so glad that you're with me today. Today is day 1, so we are going to be starting with the basics, talking about your deepest stabilizing core muscle, which will completely transform the game if you know how to activate it correctly. So when it's strong, your waist is a lot tighter, you stand a lot taller because it helps you with your posture, and every single exercise you do after that for your core is going to work so much better. Do not rush this. Watch this video as many times as you need before you move on to day 2. Because this is where we're going to start to see real results. Hey friends, so for this challenge, we're going to want to get a Pilates ball. You can get sliders. I got the same thing. They're pink because I love pink. And then I have 5-pound weights with me as well. You can go as light, as heavy as you need to. It is up to you. You know your body. And let's get started. Now that we're lying on our back, we're going to work through our pelvis. So I want you to start by tucking your lower back so it touches the mat. Then I want you to arch. So you're coming to an anterior pelvic tilt and a posterior tilt. And you want to try to find a space right between both of them. Right here is your neutral spine. So you should have a tiny gap underneath your lower back, the size of like a blueberry. Now you want to try to maintain that throughout your exercises. Your ribs, you don't want them flaring out to the side and lifting up to the sky. You want them stacked right above your hips. So you want it to be in a nice long vertical line. So now we're going to work on our breath. As we inhale through your nose, then you feel your chest expanding out to the side. So big inhale. As you exhale out through your mouth, I want you to slightly draw your lower belly inward and upward. Just a tiny bit. That's how you breathe. Inhale. Exhale, you pull your tummy in slightly. Exhale, coming back, engaging your core. So it's a tiny little squeeze as you exhale. Inhale, filling up your lungs. Exhale, tiny squeeze in your lower abdominals. Right, so I don't want you to feel like you're rocking your pelvis and tucking. It's just tightening up that lower belly as you exhale. Inhale, you fill up your lungs. Exhale, coming back. It's very simple. At first, you may be thinking about this a lot, but over time, it'll become natural. So now we're going to start. So that's your neutral spine. If you're in this position and you're still feeling a lot of back pain, you can work in an imprint, which is having your lower back kissing the mat. So it's a slight posterior tilt. I often work in an imprint because I have a hyperextended spine, so I find imprint works a lot better for me, but you find which modification works best for you. We're going to start with our toe taps. So you bring your right foot up, your left foot up. Today, it's not going to be too intense because we're focusing on those basic movements so that we can master the next level. So start with both legs up. Same thing. Checking your spine. Are you arching? Are you flaring your ribs? Mount your ribs. You're going to drop your right leg down and lifting back up. So we're working through here. So you inhale, prepare, coming down. Exhale, coming up. Inhale, lower. Exhale up. You're immediately going to start to feel this challenging your form for 10 on each side. Melt your lower back. Melt your shoulders into the mat. Beautiful. You want to try to keep your knees right above your hips as you return back to center. And you want to keep a perfect 90-degree angle. You don't want to have your knees bending like little can-cans. You want it to be a perfect 90-degree angle back to center. So your leg is glued in place here. And we lift. And back to center. All right, halfway strong. Let's do 5 each leg. Feel your lower abdominals firing up here as well. Beautiful. Can you do 3 more? 2 more each side. Beautiful. 1 more. Now you're either going to stick with those single legs. If you didn't feel challenged, bring both legs down, you lift back up. If you're starting to feel your lower back lifting up and your ribs are flaring, just don't come as low. You meet your body where it's at. If you can't come all the way down to the floor, that is okay. You work at those single legs. Beautiful. Exhale up. You want to inhale to prepare. Exhale on the hardest part of that movement for you. I like to inhale as I come down, and I exhale as I come up. We're going to work for 8. For 7. Beautiful. Halfway. We're on 4. How's your lower back feeling? If anything, if you're feeling discomfort, you restart from the beginning. Focus on that form. Don't bring those legs as low to the floor. Last 2. Last 1. Back to center. We've mastered that. We're going to add on, including a chest lift. So you want to bring your hands behind your head. Bring your thumbs to the side of your neck. Give them a tiny little squeeze so your head is fully supported in your hands. As you lift up, you slowly come back down. Exhale, inhale, prepare back down. Exhale. Keep your elbows nice and wide to the side and allow your head to fully rest in your hands. You're not tucking your chin. I want you to look up at a 45-degree angle so you're not going to feel any pain in your neck. Let's work here for 5 more before we add on. Try to get as high as you can, but still maintaining your form. Last 3. And 2. Use your thumbs right along the side of your neck. Squeeze and support. You're going to hold up. 10. Take your legs into tabletop if you can. If this feels like too much, just bring one leg down to the floor and maintain it here. So you lift up, you hold, you extend one leg, back to center, release back down. If you're working in both legs, it's lift, extend, bend, back down. We're going to work here for 9 more. Down. Lift, extend, release. For 6. 5. 'Can you hold up on your last one? Lift your legs, pulse up for 10. If you can bring your hands up, reach. 7 for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Center, release. Oh, it's horrible. Now we're going to get into our dead bugs. So bring both hands up to the sky. You're going to bring legs into tabletop. Extend your right leg. You're going to bring your left hand and your right leg down towards the mat. And back to center. It looks easy, but it gets hard. Beautiful. Checking in with your spine. Are you arching? You want to keep your left leg directly over your hip. Last 5. 4. For 3. 2. And for 1. Hold it down to the floor. Pulse up for 5. 4, 3, 2, and 1. And we work to the other side. Left leg is long, right hand up. Perfect 90 degree. Knee stacked over your hip. We come down to the floor and we lift up. Behind your head. Back to center. We are halfway strong. Exhale on the hardest part of that movement. Inhale, coming down, lifting back up. Last 3. And we hold down, pulsing out for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Can we extend those legs? Can we do little scissors? Down and up. So you're either going to stay through this movement. If you don't feel challenged, you lift your head up, hands behind your head, and lift. Inhale, exhale, up. Six each side. 5, 4, 2, on 1, hold it down. 10, 9, 8, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, friends, I am so proud of you. You did such a great job. I hope that you really felt the challenge. I know it was very basic, but you should have already felt how much you had to focus on not arching your spine, your breath, all those little minor details that make such a difference in the long run. So congratulations for finishing day 1. I am so proud of you. Definitely comment below if you were on day 1 when you found this video, and I will see you tomorrow for day 2.